Are we Mildred, are we recording? I'm just gonna sit back here in the back of my truck. You know, that's all the what do they call van people, you know, or whatever, they'll sit in their car. Well, I'm gonna start a new trend. I'm gonna film with the top up in the back of my car. What am I driving? A 2007. A get together, Christopher. God, have another cup of coffee and put the doll down. You don't need that damn doll. Jesus. Interdimensional trans doll. Are you kidding me? Tranny. Tranny. Okay, what we're going to talk about? Well, we're supposed to do part two. Part two about the interdimensional horror at my old house. Where did I leave off? Oh, I remember now. I remember everything now. All my memories. That's another show about my memory. So I was filming with my digital camera all these little sprites and all this stuff, and I remember that what did I call it? The forest pavilion with the outdoor fireplace. Well, you know who did not like to come out there? He'd never come out there. I'd sit out there all the time. I told you about blowing up throwing the what was it, can of hairspray or something into the fire, and it blew up. So I would sit out there and, you know, I felt a presence, but I don't think I was scared of it. I think I'm trying to think when it was so gradual. I think it was whenever Mark passed away. Mark was working on the house, and I want to say this was January of 2007 or February. And he had a heart attack in the driveway right by the garage and passed away. You know who found him? It was terrible. It was terrible. Where was I? I think I remember now. I was actually at Starbucks, and my sister's husband called me and just blurted out, "Oh, by the way, Mark is dead in your driveway." I thought, okay, well, I was shaking. I was shaking like a cocktail at Saddle Tramps. Oh my God, who is that? Oh, that's Diane Hicks. We'll have to talk about her and what's happening with Brad in Las Vegas. It's another, you know, it's like my life has become the perils of Pauline. It's every day. I don't have to come up with content for my show. I mean, the content just magically appears every day. Most of the time. I'll take 1 or 2 days off and I just won't feel like doing a show. But, you know, if I get monetized, I get monetized. If I don't, you know, whatever. It's not like I'm going to be like any of these other people that are, you know. But I am watching what they do. There's a reason why they get monetized. You have to look at what they're really doing. But anyway, back to the house. Okay. So, I'm trying to think what happened, Mark. Okay, I remember I was taking pictures, right, with the digital camera. And I think this was either before or right before he passed away. One of the orbs I photographed, and at one point I caught hundreds of them right around that back patio or outdoor room, whatever it was. And I snapped a picture of an orb, and I went in to look at it closer. I'm not making this up. I wish I still had the picture. The face in the orb was Eddie, Elisa's husband. I swear in a Bible. You could see his glasses. You could see his facial. I'm telling you, it was him. Now, Now this is when things started. We need a part 3 to this. So this is when things really took. I don't know what was going on. It got worse, but it was still creeping up. I remember right before Mark passed away, he was working at the house, and he swore in a Bible he heard me talking in the house, and tried to talk to me or say, you know, what happened, or what are you doing, or something like that. And he actually, I think he said he carried out a short conversation with whatever this. I wasn't home. I was gone. And whatever entity he was talking to was mimic. It was a mimic. And I think that's what, partially of what these entities do that were never human or whatever, they mimic. Because it wasn't the first time that happened. I think it happened to me. I think, I thought somebody was in the house. It was Tony. And there was nobody there. I heard his voice. I thought he had come home early or something. I don't know. I'm telling you, this place was a nightmare. And it just got worse and worse and worse. The cold spots, the orbs and the sprites and the weird stuff going on. But it was like it was so gradual. But it did have an uptick after Mark passed away. That's in 2007 is when it really got bad. And let's see, work was going south after Janet left. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was, what was her name? They had already been through like 2 or 3 office managers. And what was her name? I'm trying to think of her name. She was crazy. You know what she did? She took Steve's credit card and took her family out to dinner and charged like $150 for lunch. And then tried to say it was a business expense. Well, she got fired over that one. I mean, come on. And then tried to beg him, saying that her daughter was in prison and all this stuff. And it was just, it just got to be too much. I had to go. I was having some problems, health problems, and probably the stress of that house and maintaining it. Because, you know, I did everything. I was the housekeeper. I was the gardener. I was the, you know, sex slave. I did everything. That was a lot of property to take care of. 3.5 acres or whatever it was. 3 acres of land. And I don't know. It was just too much. It was too much to take. And like I said, I never got any help. And he didn't like the place to begin with, so I don't know. How we stuck it out another, what was it? I guess 5 years. 5.5, something like that. But we'll have to do a part 3 because there's more scandal to be told. So keep your wigs on straight. Let me think about this one. And don't throw anyone under the bus unless they're a trans-dimensional what are you supposed to be? A Bigfoot. Bye-bye.